All right, so guy on YouTube talks about, 19 Deltas. I personally never had, I've been on the field combat, but I'm gonna tell you, man, I was at Camp Gary-Owen, Korea, most forwardly deployed cavalry unit in the United States Army in peacetime. Okay, lots of drinking and fighting. So I mean, I never had to shoot anybody with my weapon, but I punched guys in formation. I had a medic running his mouth to me. I had to punch him in formation, and then we had to fight again. And I kicked his ass again. Yeah, there's bigger guys that threw me around, but then one night, and you talk about the 19 Deltas and the 11 Bravos, the infantry. We're at a bar right outside the gate. 4 infantry guys, big black infantry guys were there, they put me in support platoon, so I was driving a truck. I wasn't even doing my job because we kick ass. We do, we get stuff done. We can pretty much work wherever we want. And so this truck driver runs his mouth and gets into it with these guys, and I get him out there before he gets beat up. And then we're leaving to go across to the bar across the street. He's like, "There's guys coming." I'm like, "How many?" And he's like, 2. So I said, "Perfect." So the one guy shows up, blasts his nose on his face, and I don't know if the guy was swinging at me or what, but I got him, and then I got him in the middle of the street. And we had traffic stopped, and I'm just banging this freaking infantry guy off the freaking ground, and then his buddies, they were jumping me. So we pretty much, I had this dude, and they were freaking jumping me from the back and just kicking me in the ribs, and I wouldn't let go of this guy, and the CP, patrol, he came and drove me across the fucking street. I'm like, "Fuck, Sergeant, they started, da, da, da." They got in a cab and left. And the CP patrol took me on post, and first sergeant asked platoon sergeant what we want to do. "Oh, let's go to Camp Giant and kick their ass." So first sergeant just thought, since we got jumped, that was enough punishment. So there are more sides to the military, outside of, shooting somebody across a desert plain. There's a lot of, for me personally, because I don't put up with, and I was always targeted out, man. Always targeted out. And there's a lot of stuff that happens with soldiers in the military that people don't hear about. I got in more shit. I mean, I woke up one morning and my leg was wasted because I got in a fight in the stairwell in the barracks. I mean, there's so much stuff that goes on that people don't know about. And this was 20 years ago, but I mean, shooting somebody, that might have been easy compared to all the brawls I had to get in, because we were just if we don't have somebody else to kill, we're trying to kill each other. And Deltas and infantry, we just don't get along. We've never gotten along. I mean, I met a guy down on the street. He was a Jesus freak, and he said he was infantry. And as soon as I told him I was a 19 Delta, he was just kind of, and it's always going to be that way. But I think, it's better if we have an enemy to fight. But anyway, man, it's not always about being somewhere and shooting the enemy. We're trying to beat the crap out of each other. So, man, Korea, tons of fights as a 19 Delta. And once again, if you ain't Cav, you ain't shit. Merry Christmas.